Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. It's me, Elizabeth, and I wanted to do a love reading for everyone tonight and just do a quick love check-in for whomever needs it. I'm going to be using the Psychic Tarot of the Heart, and because it's Pride Month, I figured we would use the Gay Tarot tonight. So this is obviously, it's just men, but this is really going to be inclusive to everyone. But I haven't used this deck in a while, so I figured I would pull it out of the shelf because I wanted to celebrate Pride Month. So, okay, let's get started. I also have these amazing Love Oracle cards by Island Time Wellness. They're sort of fun. They have all different kinds of messages, the good, the bad, the ugly. So prepare yourself for that. Okay, so thank you, Spirit, and thank you, Angels. Let's get started. We'll start with the Psychic Tarot of the Heart, and then we'll move on to some oracle, and then we'll get to some more tarot with the Gay Tarot. So thank you, Spirit. Thank you, Angels. Angels of love, messages for whomever needs it regarding love. All right. Okay. Take the lead, and let's take these as well. Nice, nice. So we have the Three of Wands with dreams coming true and the throat chakra. This is amazing. So clearly there is a wish and there's a manifestation, and this is saying somebody needs to take action here and communicate. So that's just a very, very clear message. With the take the lead, the Three of Wands, there's definitely like a distance, you know, and the distance obviously is the communication needs to be opened, but Spirit is coming in with a wish, so a wish coming true, but it's going to require communication. Mercury has gone direct and is still in the shadow, so that could have been something that's been slowing this down. All right, let's get some more messages. Two of Wands and the solar plexus. So what I'm feeling like here is within this relationship, someone is starting to make plans here to take the action. So Two of Wands with the solar plexus, like they are getting up the courage and sort of making a plan, devising their plan of how to come towards you, how to come and speak to you, how to open up the channel of communication. Another three here. So we see 3 and 3, 3, 3, 3, 33. And this is something where, you know, they're lacking some confidence right now, so they're trying to figure out how to do this. At the bottom of the deck was Temperance, so this is a card of love. Really and truly, this is a card of love. It's divine union. These are the relationships that can really provide you with the triggers for soul growth. So you may really trigger each other, and there could have been some unpleasant conversation, some things that were said, an argument, a falling out, that kind of energy, but the wish is there for union with that Temperance card coming out. They're the yin to your yang, you are the yang to their yin. There it is. There it is. So there's the confirmation. This is also about divine timing here. So I feel like with these two wands here, there's like an Ace of Wands, right? And then the second wand is almost in the hands of Spirit. So there is an element of divine timing. Temperance is, you know, traditionally there's an angel of temperance. And this is showing where like two souls are one. So this is twin flame energy here. So perhaps this is like, you know, someone that you consider a soulmate, a twin flame. It's a divine union. It's a divine counterpart. So really amazing. And interesting, at the bottom of the deck is the third eye chakra in the reverse and the Nine of Wands in the reverse. So, and then balance and success in the reverse. A lot of fire energy, you guys. Oh, I'm sorry. This is the ace. There's that Ace of Wands. Okay. Ace of Wands reverse. Six of, oh, these are, That's the six. Yeah, that's the Six of Wands, but it's in the reverse. So this is where like this person really has had their confidence knocked. Like it's their insight, like their intuition has been off. They haven't been able to come towards you to believe in themselves. That's why the solar plexus is out. You know, that's why like spirit's really urging them to take the lead. The Ace of Wands being in the reverse, it doesn't mean that there's no ace. The ace is here, regardless of whether it's upright or in the reverse. It's just about that it's like delayed, you know, and it's probably because they haven't taken it. And it's because they don't have confidence in themselves, this belief in their own ability to succeed and come towards you, see, to follow the light. So they really have sort of like disconnected from their intuition. There's been like sort of they've gone to sleep a little bit is what I'm hearing. So that's what's coming out in the reverse. I do love that this is rainbow here. So there's a nod to music, the flute, the rainbow, which, you know, for Pride Month and everything like that. It's there. This ace is there, but it's been delayed. And this person is really being urged by spirit to, it's interesting because then we get, they're really being urged by spirit to come towards you, to take the steps that they need to take to come towards you and, you know, communicate, at least just communicate. This is a wish of theirs. You are a wish of theirs. There's a lot of love here with that 9 cups. You know, that is a card of love and divine union with temperance. So the ace has just been delayed because somehow they've disconnected from their intuition. And what I'm seeing here underneath the Six of Wands was the Eight of Cups. And so this is where they have sort of been going back and forth to the same old situation. So for some of you, this is a karmic situation, a karmic partner. You know, these are things that are keeping them stuck and keeping them trapped where they're not moving on. It's where they're lacking the strength to move on. So it's just repeating the same thing over and over again. And then underneath that was the Empress in the reverse. So, and then you can see here, that's where all the cards are then upright, right? So the Empress in the reverse where they're stuck, like there's no growth here. They're not in a place where, you know, with the Empress, yes, it is where there is some kind of love around them, but it could be like very smothering. Empress in reverse, nurture. It's where they're being smothered. So codependency with that Eight of Cups in the reverse. And then we get the Wheel of Fortune. Wow. And so that's in the reverse. So yes, like there's been a stuck energy with them, an inability to move forward. That's all at the bottom of the deck. So that's all the subconscious energy. That's all like things in the shadow, you know, if that makes sense to you, it's things in the shadow. They've been unable to move on from something. But in the current energy, we're seeing spirit really coming in, like this is what's being activated for them. Their throat chakra, to get up the courage to communicate, to take the lead, to manifest this dream, this wish, and get up the courage to come towards you and spread their wings. So let's get some messages from the Gay Tarot and see what wants to come out. All right. Very clear message. Thank you, Spirit, for such clear messages here. And with Temperance, you know, this person is sort of holding a mirror or a key to your own shadow. That's Twin Flame. That's Divine Counterpart. You see how they share the same eye there. So they're mirroring you. So in some way, this dynamic has been something that's been showing you where you have work to do, where some of your fears are, where some of your wounding is and still needs to be healed. Because it's a mirror, it's not going to look exactly the same, you know. One of you may, you know, since you're watching this, and I do read for, you know, more of the empath side of things, you may be a few steps ahead of them. Like you may have done some of the healing work. But at the same time, it's like you're not moving towards them either from what I can see here. So maybe the message is for you, if this is resonating for you, that you are getting up the confidence and getting your plans together to communicate with this person. If you did have some difficult words and you feel that you're the one who wants to move forward with communication, if not, you know, if this could be you that's in a partnership that you're not happy with, you know, and you want to move on from it and see what happens with this person who is really your wish. And get that wheel of fortune like moving. But I'm feeling like this is probably your person that you're waiting for communication. Yeah, and you're wanting there to be at least communication, if not union. So let's get some more messages. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you, angels. Yeah, the Ace of Pentacles. Absolutely. So there really is something magical that wants to come into fruition. This Three of Wands with the Two of Wands, them sort of making their plans, it really is like they may be like feeling like they have to come to you and like pull a rabbit out of a hat, you know, but it's something they want to present you with something solid. They don't just want to come to you with the Ace of Wands. Maybe that's why this is in reverse. It's like they want it to be something solid. Perhaps in the past, it's always been an inspiration, a passion. They come to you very passionate, sing you this song. It's the energy like of Pan, you know, with his flute and the temptation, because this is a very passionate relationship that, you know, but now they want it to be something really solid, and that's the delay. That's making plans. It's going to make them feel more confident. And as always, feel free to swap around the characters. This could be you. Roses may be important for some of you. So, but they really want it to be like something very, very solid. And we have the Three of Coins. So they really want to come to you in a way that's tangible. Like, can we work together? Maybe in the past, you know, you wanted to build wealth with them, build a home with them. Here's, you know, we see like, you know, having children and a family together and like doing all the things inside the home. They want to be like more domestic and be to be a real partnership. That energy of the three, you know, where it's divine. And then we have the Knight of Swords or the Guide of Swords. Can we just take a moment? How beautiful is this? I'm coming to you from Sedona, so this sort of has a very Sedona feel to it. So this is an energy of when they do communicate, because communication and then air energy could be dealing with a Gemini, balance, Sagittarius. Anyway, so I'm seeing Gemini, Sag. It's going to be like they're going to come in and really speak a truth. So when they come, they're really going to come in and speak to you. It's fast moving, you know, it's a guide also, so that they are also being guided. And we see the blue with the blue there. And it's going to be like, not aggressive, but they're not going to take no for an answer. This is someone who wants what he wants or she wants. You know, they really want what they want. So when that communication comes in, like it's really going to come in. All right. And then we have Death. So this for me is signifying like this old situation here. With this Empress in the reverse and the Wheel of Fortune in the reverse, they're finding their way out of that. You know, they're making plans to leave. If they haven't already, perhaps they've already left, but they're constantly like wavering, going back. This could be someone, the person that they're dealing with is very emotionally unstable. This person could be, I don't know, like very greedy at the same time. Like they overgive, like they're smothering. Their love is very smothering, but it's also very greedy. And I'm feeling like codependency here. And then with this Eight of Cups in the reverse, they've gone back and forth many, many times. So they're reversing this with the Death, you know, they're reversing the moving on in reverse to upright so that they can walk away for good and just leave it and let it be in the past. It's hard to let go of things sometimes. And that's been sort of like, this is them, like standing at the threshold, you know, getting ready to really move on. So I love that. That's Scorpio energy. This is also Scorpio energy. We have more Sagittarius energy, and we have Taurian energy here. So, very, very clear reading, you guys. Very clear reading. Here come the fives. So that solar plexus of the confidence, Five of Cups, and then the Temperance, Five of Coins. 5 and 5 equals 10. So that's what's getting this wheel moving. Okay, that's what's taking the wheel out of reverse. Like, they feel like they've had nothing but bad luck since they've been apart from you. Maybe they've seen some increase. Maybe they've seen the flow, right? But only up until a certain point, and then it's like they can't push any further. They get stuck. And so these two fives that are coming out in the present moment are 5 and 5 is 10. That's going to reverse this and get the wheel moving and, you know, get that beautiful Jupiter energy back on their side. Fortune, it waxes and wanes like the moon, Wheel of Fortune. So getting back into that flow, and how that's happening for them is through these fives, which are the agents of chaos, the challenges. This is the challenge in the heart space. It's crying over spilled milk. It's grief. It's loss, you know, and that's what happens with death. You let go of something, you have to actually let yourself feel it, you know, even if it was a horrible situation and you're glad to be done with it, you still have to process. So here they're processing their sadness, perhaps their own failure. It's coming out over the solar plexus. So it's like, this is where the confidence takes a hit. Like, I failed another relationship. I failed again. I'm hearing them say I'm such a loser. And, you know, so this is where they have to work through that and get their confidence back. So these are just some of the energies that they're moving through. And then the Five of Coins, where it's like, this fear of abandonment, this fear of not being whole on your own. So Temperance, like in a lower vibration, is where you're not whole on your own, you know? So it is that fear of that fear of being alone, that fear of not having enough. Perhaps them and this other person, they were very dependent upon each other for financial gains. Like there's a financial component to their union, you know, staying with them has kept the money flowing somehow, but again, only to a point. And perhaps it was things, you know, that weren't in alignment with their truth. So this Five of Coins, they're going to have to work through that, you know, and perhaps that's sort of like what they're doing right now, while they are in this place of like planning and manifesting, knowing that they, you know, that they really, they can be alone, and that there's help for them. Right? Because this is where somebody's really wounded. They're hurt and wounded. It's very cold out. They've been left out in the cold. So I'm hearing like this, because of the Wheel of Fortune, the what goes around comes around. Perhaps this is what they did to you. And then you had to work through it, right? You became more in your power and more whole on your own. And that's sort of the wheel, what goes around comes around. They've been avoiding that. There's, you know, they have not wanted to face that. Death is something that a lot of people, they don't want to face the ending of something, because then when you allow something to end that is not in your highest good, or just something that's run its course, you've learned everything you need to learn from that situation, then you have to deal with these energies, you know, your core wounding, you know, things like that, like your wounds as an adult, like and it's all serving the highest good of this person. The Temperance or balance is where somebody's doing the soul work. They're really working on themselves, and perhaps like for the first time in a long time, they're doing some deep, deep soul work. So that's what I'm seeing there. Really interesting. Bottom of the deck, the priest. So, you know, union, here we see marriage. And that's, you know, part of this person's wish. This is someone who perhaps they have, you know, had commitment phobias, you know, going back to their childhood, or they've avoided commitment, or they've committed to the wrong things. This is showing where this person really, this is something that they're yearning for. And then the Eight of Coins at the bottom. So a nod to their work, a nod to their soul work, you know, the number 8. All of these clocks here, I love it. But this is where this person perhaps has repeated the same things over and over and over again until there's a mastery over them. You know, this is where the apprentice becomes a master at his or her own craft. So really putting in the time and the effort to perfect themselves. And that's been part of this, you know, balance and the soul work that they're doing. This is at the bottom of the deck. So while you've been apart, they've been doing a lot of work on themselves. And it hasn't been easy, because this high priest is the number 5, which is linked into this 5, and then this 5. So the challenges, you know, the things that challenge us that ultimately help us grow. And 2021 is a 5-year, so it is the year of the Hierophant. This is the Hierophant, the high priest. It's also showing like a spiritual component, and it's also showing where there are old systems of belief that we can walk away from, that we can leave behind, that we can allow to die. The old systems of belief, these old paradigms that no longer apply to us, as we keep leveling up, as we keep doing our soul work and our growth. 8, where we find strength, come into a greater union with ourselves. And then we have the King of Wands. So Leo, Aries energy, where yes, this person is coming into a place of greater authority within themselves. This is the confident man. You know, this is where there's a lot of confidence here, and inspiration and courage and transformation even. He's my shaman. So the King of Wands, or the Man of Wands, for me is the shaman. He goes into the depths of hell, really, and he goes through many dark nights of the soul, and that's why he has mastery over the suit of wands, which is fire, which is connected to spirit. So this person, it may be like issues around sexuality, let's just say. Maybe they've had that sort of player energy in the past. Like I was feeling this issue with commitment, you know, or being in a traditional monogamous relationship. And so now they're coming out with a mastery. It's like if they were the Knight of Wands, now they're coming in as the King of Wands. And underneath that was the Wheel of Fortune. So interesting, you know, and it's upright here. So this is where it becomes upright, because they've been, with that 8 of Pentacles, they've been, you know, doing the work, really doing the work there. And this 5, this Hierophant, is also about our faith, you know, our beliefs. Like it can signify a loss of faith and then a return to faith. And it's at the bottom of the deck, like the shadow, but it's upright. So it's showing where through this whole process, they really have been having like a return to their own faith. So it's a really nice energy. Let's get a few messages from this deck, and I'm forewarning you that these may not be the easiest messages. Yep, karmic relationship and date. So this could be, you know, after you or during you, that perhaps they went with a partner and, you know, committed to a partner who was there to teach them some really powerful lessons. It's that what goes around comes around. So let's get some messages. Let's get their energy. There we go. Okay. So we have Axe. Yep. That's that 8 of Cups in the reverse, and the Death energy. So it looks like they are ending something. And then we have this, I feel like, is them like Okay, I'm getting a couple of messages. They're sort of salty here. They're like, leaving someone. And the reason why they're salty is because they've done this so many times. The breakup, the makeup, the breakup, the makeup, the breakup, the makeup. So at this point, they're just like blowing that person kisses. It's like, see ya, I am out of here for good. I'm giving it the axe. And also, this is like also a message to you, but since it's pointed at that axe, I feel like this is how they're doing it. That may resonate for some of you. This could be like sort of the humor of your person or something that they would do, because like I said, it's not like, they're not doing it because they want to be nasty, but I feel like they're kind of blowing kisses like in this kind of like playful, sarcastic way, because they're just like, this is it. Like, it's over. We've done this so many times. Okay. So I feel like that's what they're currently moving through. Like, peace out. Okay. And then let's get a few more. Yeah, those ones really wanted to jump. Let's move on to the next deck and see what wants to come out from. This is Island Time Wellness, you guys. They're such a cool little company. You can follow them on Instagram. Island Time Wellness on Instagram, and their cards are not expensive at all, and the way that you order them is through drivethroughcards.com. It's pretty neat. It was a pretty seamless process for me. I had to wait a little while for them, but not that long, and they're pretty inexpensive, and they're fun, and they're something different. So thank you, Spirit. Thank you to the love angels and the romance angels, angels of love. Shamuel gave me his name right now. So, okay, Archangel Shamuel, heart healing, twin flame, divine union. Woo, that's way too many. Okay. Okay, these two. Wow. Wow. Yes. So they're graduating something, new life phase or stage in a relationship. Someone has grown, healed, evolved. Beautiful. This is what we want to see. And total connection. That's the energy of this Temperance. Like-minded, resonance and intimacy, compatible personality types, and healthy attachment styles. So they've done some work, you guys. They've definitely done some work. I'm really, really glad to see this, and they're going to come and communicate that to you. That's what that Guide of Swords is coming in for. At the bottom of the deck, yes, from the pink deck is the Phoenix. So that's why I was feeling like this person may have had to give up a lot. Okay, and at the bottom of this deck was narcissism. So I feel like their partner that they were with had a lot of narcissistic tendencies, controlling. They maybe were like I was saying, selfish with that with that Empress in the reverse. And even for your person, when you were together, perhaps you saw that they had a lot of narcissistic tendencies. I think we really overuse the word narcissism. Let's not forget that that is a real cluster B personality disorder that can only be diagnosed by a physician, and it's still hard to diagnose. There is a lot of narcissism out there, but it doesn't mean that the person is a full-blown narcissist. Now, you may actually know if that is the case, and you know that the person you're thinking of is really and truly like a cluster B personality narcissist, then, maybe you should let them go. I'm just going to say it. But if it's a tendency, every single human being alive has tendencies. You may have seen that in them when you were together, and then their new partner that they've been with has really had the same traits. And I'm feeling like them leaving, giving it the axe, meant that they had to sacrifice something: a home, money, a job, friends, connections, even their reputation, because narcissistic energy can try to tarnish your reputation within your community, anyway, I feel like that's what they were dealing with. And it's a new phase. Again, we get the new phase, transformation, growth, and changed mind. So really, really amazing. Like, I didn't know what this was going to look like when I, started filming this. Like, I was like, all right, let me just do a quick love reading and a quick love check-in. But the messages are very, very, very clear. So we're going to put the kisses. I have to put it like this because I actually just think it's so funny. And I feel, like I said, like they're kind of being a little bit salty about it. They're really being a bit salty about this whole situation, like as they're moving on. So, yeah, they're doing some healing and they are figuring out how to rebuild in a way where they can come to you with a solid offer. They don't want to come to you perhaps like they always have, in the past with just like, oh, hey, oh my God, I miss you. I was dreaming about you. This and that. Like, no, they want it to be solid where you're going to be like, oh my God, like, okay, you're going to be able to see the difference. Like, you'll actually be able to see the growth. So I'm really loving that. But okay, guys, those were the messages. I hope that you enjoyed this. I hope it resonated for some of you. Like I said, this is just for whomever needs it. Take really, really good care, and I will see you all soon. Okay, bye-bye.